We have come to the part of the course where we look at the role of gratitude in our visualization process. How specifically naming and thanking ourselves for any of the good intentions and the good outcomes we have embodied is really powerful. What's super cool about this is the more conflict and the more pain that has been involved in whatever is surfacing from our visualization, the more effective this simple act of gratitude will be. I want you to look out for what happened when we began to thank the flames, which is the name of the part that had surfaced during Ruth's visualization, for the contribution they had made. Specifically, we talked about motivation and energy. Watch what happens with Ruth as she has that part of her honoured and thanked, and how it changes her relationship to herself.
And I wonder whether flames, you could, or should I call you gold, whether you could tell us what do you do really well when you're your best you? What do you do? What do you give Ruth? What job do you do for Ruth when you are your best you?
Yeah, I enable like a sort of a motivation, I guess, and a motivation and energy, multitasking. That's something that I can kind of remind her, this needs to happen here, this needs to happen here. I bring a lot of good stuff, but I'm misunderstood a lot of the time as well. Yeah.
Wow, misunderstood. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, that is hard.
Do you know what I think, Gold, that Ruth would want to thank you for holding some of the feelings of being out of control while still being where she looks to for motivation and energy. And you've obviously been working very hard and starting a lot of fires. And we thank you for all that you've done. And we just want to say that you can hand on the not in control, because the fireman's really good at that. He's got his hose. And he's really good at bringing peace when Ruth feels like she's not in control. But we want to permission you to bring energy and motivation. Especially when your energy and motivation could push the pendulum even higher. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. It sounds it sounds good. It sounds exciting, actually. It sounds like it will be a bit of a change. A good change. So yeah.
And could you check back in, just where you are, Ruth, could you check back in with your stomach, places where you've held that, and just tell me again, be a reporter.
Yes.
Tell me, what do you sense? What do you feel?
A slowness, actually. And I just took that, just like did that, and it feels actually it feels like there's almost an expansive, like a bigger, it feels bigger, it feels lighter, and a slower, calmer, actually. It feels calmer in there.
Oh wow. Yeah, and this calmer feeling and this lighter feeling, do you think, well, maybe let's ask, should we ask the fireman and the gold, could Ruth have this whenever she wanted?
Yeah, I just feel like they just both laughed. Like, yes.
As you guide yourself through internal changes using visualization as the stage in which all this is played out on, be wise to the endings and the beginnings. The flame in this visualization had just changed into a new expression which she was calling gold. And what I facilitated was an expression that dignified the past and enlarged the future. I was able to say as Ruth, thank you to the flame for producing so much energy. And that piece of validation really did huge things internally for her. If all you did with visualization was spent your time thanking and acknowledging the different parts of you for what they do, your confidence and self-awareness would be skyrocketed. I know it sounds like a really odd thing to do, but if you could have the self-awareness to notice your heart and thank it for feeling and for loving, to notice your legs and thank them for carrying you around, to notice your mind and thank it for thinking and coming up with ideas, or the gregarious parts of your personality, notice and thank them for bringing the fun. You can notice here what happens to Ruth as she receives the gratitude and the validation of having that part of her noticed and seen and then validated through my saying thank you.